so happy that travel is coming up and coming back slowly but surely. Oh, and this has been all around the world. And I can tell you that we are all excited as we anticipate on those getaways and those trips that we have planned and thought about and imagined for so many months. And I would honestly say over a year. Oh, yes. And it's going to be for many, just like me, it's going to be like walking down the aisle with the one you love next to you. What do you think? I know that's exactly how I think about travel, really. And yes, we just all cannot wait to get away. We all just cannot wait to board that flight. So many of us have had to stay home, taking care of our vulnerable ones. A lot of us have had to stay home to school our children because schools were not open. A lot of us just had to stay home working from home. So it's not been easy in any way, shape, or form for each and every one of us. But I really want to give thumbs up to every one of us for doing such a great job during the pandemic. Keeping ourselves safe, keeping our loved ones safe, keeping every part of us safe. Thank you. Well done. Well done to each and every one of you. Yes, a big thank you. Well, you see, one of the things I love to talk about, and I love to stress about when I talk about travel to everyone and anyone who loves travel and knows me, is the idea of mixing with the locals. Blending with the locals. My topic today is about blending with the locals when you go on vacation. And you know what? I would leave you at that. But before we do, you know, why don't we just go ahead and hit that subscribe button? Yes, let's do that. Hit the subscribe button if you've never subscribed to my channel before, and don't forget to hit the notification button, because I tell you, the notification button helps you to always get notified anytime I drop a new video. And once that is done, you know how that goes, people. Yes, go ahead and like it. Give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up for Thea. Thumbs up for my videos. And of course, share it with people who would love it, who would appreciate it. I would really love to hear your feedback. So while you're doing that, I am just going to let you be for just a few minutes. Going to grab a drink. You see, I am in my bikini and I am on a beautiful island of Turks and Caicos. So let me go grab a drink and I will be right back. So welcome back, fellow travelers. Here we go again. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. And I got my drink. Very simple one. Water and lemon. It's always my go-to. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cynthia. But everyone calls me Thia, and so can you. You are so welcome to do the same. And I am your host at Thea's Travel Services. I am the one, I'm that face that you would always see on those videos. I try my very best to drop a video every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss out. Don't forget that notification button. And, this is a big thank you to all my returning friends and followers and fans and everyone who cares about travel. It's a big thank you to all of you, because truly without you, I don't think I will be able to do this as I often do. Thank you. Get yourselves comfy, in your chairs, your seats, if you're like me, on the ocean, taking a nice view at what's going on around you, just relax, because today we're going to be diving into the topic I mentioned earlier. It's just basically learning to enjoy your journey when you're away and blending with the locals. Well, let me be the first to break it to you that travel is not meant to be it's not meant to be a thing of standing out among the people. Really, it's basically travel is meant to be an immersion of oneself. What do I mean by that, you say? Immerse yourself in the culture that you're in. Immerse yourself with the people. And, this can help you leave behind preconceived notion, or prejudices about travel or about people, about enjoy to stand, enjoy to walk, enjoy to, enjoy to make friends with the locals when you go away on vacation. Enjoy to walk side by side with them, and you would see they would easily embrace you, because first of all, you're coming into this people's land, and they need to be able to trust you. They need to be able to understand you. And once you respect them, it is very easy for them to embrace you. Say, Thea, I love that idea. I love that approach of, immersing myself and of course blending with the locals. But what do you suggest? You ask me. My friends, in for a big treat, because today I have a few things that I would like to truly stress about when it comes to blending with the locals. So continue to stay comfortable, continue to get yourself in there. Grab a glass of wine if you choose, like me, it's water and lemon, but just relax and enjoy the ride as I begin to tell you what my ideas are about immersing yourself in the culture, blending with the people, and embracing culture and enjoying the destination in which you find yourself. That's why I created this video. That's why I'm making this video, because I want you to understand the importance of being able to do just that. First things first. Learn the language. Do you know how beautiful it is to learn the language of a country you were just visiting? You see, I'm not telling you to go on Duolingo just like I do, because I'm learning Spanish on Duolingo. But I'm not telling you to go to go on Duolingo and become an expert in the language overnight. But I'm saying little things like thank you, goodbye, welcome, things like that. Those greetings are heartwarming things that each and every one of us need to at least know. You go to Spain, you want to be able to say buenos dias, you want to be able to say buenas noches, you want to be able to do the same in French, you want to be able to do the same in Igbo language, you want to be able to do the same in Afric, in Hausa, you want to be able to do the same in German, you want to be able to at least do the same, just like anyone, if your native language is English, or if your native way of communicating is English. I'm sure it warms your heart just for you to know when people come into your land and meet you on the street and want to ask a question and they're not asking you in French. I'm sure you like that. You like that they ask you the questions in English. Oh, please, I'm going so and so place. Learn the language for the reason, to be part of the reason. I'm trying to get words to it. Learn, if you're going, let me simplify it. If you're going to, say, Germany on vacation, try your best to learn vacation languages. Like, where is the train? Wo ist der U-Bahn? Wo is the U-Bahn? Take a moment to learn things about directions. Take a moment to learn things like, what kind of food is this, for instance? Was für Essen ist das? Or was für Fleisch ist that? What type of meat it is? Things like that. You want to be able to interact with the people in the language they understand. And please don't forget this. It's not about perfection. It's not about being able to sit down and construct an entire letter about or maybe write a letter in a language. No, it's about communicating in very simple terms. And if you're going away on a business trip, learn a business learn a business vocab, things that you would need when you're out there. The things about like conference, where's the airport, where's this place, ich brauche ein taxi, I need a taxi, things like that. You want to know those things. So for the purpose for which you're going away to that land, find yourself learning about the needs that you may encounter, so that you can easily use it when you're there. Just that simple. Yeah, just that simple. Yeah, just like I said, you don't need to spend 4 hours trying to speak like the locals do. It's just a matter of just learning what you need to be able to navigate in that time that you like. Hello, goodbye, thank you. Just like I earlier said, those things are very important when you meet strangers. And it's just it's honestly, it brings us to the next point, where is to know their custom and ethics. You know you don't want to go into someone's land and just start acting the way you want. There is a way people of a land behave. I'm not saying go there and carry yourself as if you start tying the native clothings and things like that, or put on a kente or things like that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, do some research. Do some research about the people. Do some research about their culture. Show some interest in your own style. Show some interest and pick the ones that are easy for you to be able to emulate. Like for instance, of course, like for instance, if you go to, an Islamic nation, you want to know, are women allowed to leave their hair open? Are women allowed to wear short clothing? Which I have a feeling no. Learn to adhere, learn to do those things. And if you can't, it's very simple. Just stay back home, and you can always strike that off your bucket list, and you don't need to go there. But if you're going to go to someone's land, someone's home, a place where someone else other than yourself calls home, respecting the custom and the ethics of the country or the land is just as important as meeting that, the first point of contact, which is the immigration officer you meet at the entrance. That's the, you have to respect them. You have to understand them. And if they don't speak English, you take your time to speak slowly so they can understand you and you them. And at the end of the day, there will be an understanding from both. Don't forget, I'm not asking you to wear a suit. I'm not asking you to tie your hair, like of course like I do, or things like that. I'm just asking you to live life simply when you go to these places. You see them, you see their pictures, you see every single thing that they do. So emulate that lifestyle, be of that lifestyle, embrace it, enjoy that time that you have with them, and just immerse yourself in it when you go. That's basically what I'm saying. Say for instance, find out if going into a restaurant in that local area, if it's a laid back, casual, dress style to go into those restaurants. find out about what it is. You can always read up on it. Everything is open on Google these days. So just do exactly that. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Like a lot of us, we end up wanting to be the locals when we're truly not, and we cannot be. Just be as natural as you possibly can. Be as you would want them to be when they come visiting your own. Tone down your wardrobe. I mean, I'm dressed this way right now because I'm sitting on the beach. I'm sitting on the ocean, having a beautiful afternoon. But I'm not going to walk around like this when I go into town to go mix with the locals. I'm not going to stand out and make myself an obvious traveler. I'm going to blend in. I'm going to talk with them in the simplest way, and the simplest words that I do know how to communicate with them. Yes, of course, a lot of people in a lot of countries speak English this day, age, and time, but I think and I believe it's only respectful when we at least know those simple words to be able to communicate with them directly, giving them that opportunity to trust us as well. Yes, I know it's like we say to ourselves, but I'm going to their land. I'm going to spend my money. The world is such a way that we all need each other. If you don't go, somebody else will go and spend their money. And just like you want them to respect your culture and ethics, the same way you want to be able to do the same with them and for them. In that way, we all just live a happy life. Yes, you probably will never come across them again for the rest of your life, but that does not stop the world from going on. Another thing is, if there's some sort of clothing that different genders put on in that land, you know, do your research, take some money, extra money, I would say, take it on that trip with you and buy it. A lot of places are not, a lot of countries and parts of the world are not expensive. India, Asia, the Caribbean, you can always buy a piece of clothing for very, 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 very affordable price. Pick that up if you want to easily blend it. Pick that up and you know wear it and feel them. Honor them. Those are little tips, and truly it could make a huge difference in how you will be received when you're there. Just doing your little best or your very best, not overdoing it, softly doing it and getting to know them and getting to integrate yourself into their culture makes a huge difference. Like I said earlier, they tend to trust you, they tend to like you, they tend to want to be around you, and you could never go wrong with that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is do not be a tacky tourist. you know Talking about that, we all know who I'm talking about. We all know a lot of us are out there who, you know, have a camera on our neck, have a, rucksack, have God knows every single thing all around this and that, and just showing everything up in public, and not being able to define exactly what you're going to use. Try to have a simple bag, something where you put everything in and you bring out what you need one piece at a time. Yes, I did say, you need to learn the basic part of the language, of a language when you are in a land. But I didn't say wave your book in front of their face and making them feel, oh, I'm learning this, so this says that. No, you don't need all that. You don't need to be extra. You don't need to stand out like a tourist. The truth of the matter, every land knows who is new. That's the honest truth. Every land knows that you are not. Every land knows there's a way they are able to identify people of the land. And I'm not trying to say there's a mark or a sign or something that makes you stand out or makes us stand out in the crowd, but it's pretty very simple. You know, if you go to, say for instance, France, the French know that you're not French. They would know I'm not French. Even if I try to say comment ça va, they will still know I'm not French. If you go to Spain and you try to speak Spanish, they would still know that you're not Spanish, you know. But the idea behind it is they see, they perceive, they understand that you are doing your best to integrate with them, to blend with them. And that is the most, you know, that is the most joy that you can give to a foreigner when you're on there. Sometimes when we think about traveling with a backpack and everything, you know, I love to take photographs. So I have this camera, this Canon camera that I bought for myself. And the reason I have a separate camera apart from my iPad or my phone is just because with my camera, I'm able to zoom easily on those lenses. And like I said, it's much more easier when you have a regular bag, like something, maybe a market bag, something you buy from the local market, and you put those gadgets in there. And it's just easy. You just bring out what you need one at a time and use it for which you want it for, and just keep going. But don't make it look, don't make it a show. Don't show it off, because again, you by you showing off all these things, it's more or less like you are inviting people, you're inviting people to take advantage of your vulnerability. You're inviting people to see that you're a tourist. You're inviting people to see, oh, she has or they have more than us, you know. And you don't do that, you know, in front of people, because you don't know who they are. And to be honest with you, they can rob you and they're gone. No one is going to find them, and you're at the loss. So, no need for all that. Be as minimum as possible when you go away on those trips. And, you know, think about it. If you're not someone like me who has all those gadgets, your phone is just perfect. I mean, my phone is able to do everything that I want it to do, and I'm sure yours is too. So use your phone and do those things. You know, take those pictures. You know, you know, thank goodness today on all our phones we have filters. So if it's not coming up or coming out as beautiful or great as you want it to be, the filters are there. Take advantage of it. Just enjoy it. If you want to capture a moment, capture it just the way it is. You probably do not even need a filter. You just need to be able to capture the moment. And that's the memory that you want to be able to keep and live with for the rest of your life. Nothing extra. Yes, I see. Well, maybe not really in this age and time, but I still see people with like tourist directions, you know, sleeps and things like that. Maybe we'll call it like maps. You know, you don't need to wave it around. That's another part. No need to wave those materials around on the locals' faces. Like I said earlier, they know even if you do not know or you do not want to believe it. They know that you are a foreigner. They know that. But just the fact that you are able to communicate with them in simplicity makes it easy for them to interact with you. First one, change your currency. You know, a lot of places accept the US dollars. And I think it will be a lot of places in the Caribbean accept the US dollars. But, you know, why wouldn't you just change to their local currency? Change your money to their local currency. Banks are able to give you those. Go to your bank before you travel and change the money. When you arrive in the country's airport, they have bureau de change. Go in there and change to the local currency. And that way it's easy. You don't have to running around with $100 bill or $50 bill trying to get someone, a local person, to change money. I love to be able to carry cash with me. And, and that is for the simple fact of being able to tip people for their services, or being able to go to a local market and just decide, oh, okay, I want to buy a piece of cloth, or I want to buy a souvenir. No needs to bring out my cash point card and assume that they have a cash, you have a pay point machine that will enable me pay for my products. Just go ahead and change the money, have the cash with you, and it's easy to be able to do those interactions instead of you being stressed out and they being stressed out, and somebody's trying to rob somebody of something. You can avoid all of this shenanigans by just making it just as simple for yourself, just as simple for them. Yeah, that one is funny. Like, I hear people, like I said before, you thinking that, oh, maybe they have like a pay point where you can pay, but don't assume that they have a cash reader, or a credit card cash reader or card payment system. Assuming doesn't help in any way, because you are assuming one thing and they are expecting you to act proper for them. And don't forget, you are on their land, so you should really be putting in all the effort to make sure that you can comply with their lifestyle, not the other way around. Now, another point that I love to stress about is eat what they eat. You know, First of all, whoever is out there and they 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 have sensitive stomach like mine. I don't I can't afford to eat everything and anything. I am only able to eat what my stomach can handle. So it makes it extra difficult. But, you know, I'm sure in every land there are very simple meals like fish without anything, or chicken without anything, steak without really anything. I mean, what makes my stomach upset is things like the sauces people put there. I'm horribly, horribly, horribly allergic to coconut. And coconut is so delicious, but they just cannot handle it. So, I mean, it's very simple. If you're going to eat what they eat, just ask simple questions. What is in it? Can I have it without that? But, if they, I don't eat carbs, so I wouldn't eat any carbs. I would eat the vegetables. I would ask what is in that. So do the same. Yeah, if you're on a strict diet or different kind of diet style or lifestyle of eating, just simply tell them. And to be honest with you, a lot of countries eat very, very healthy. So you might find yourself going there and just acquiring taste for those beautiful, delicious meals that they prepare. That in the end is just going to serve you and suit your stomach better than anywhere else, or even where you're coming from. So you might as well always take that moment and ask questions. And who knows, you probably go back home one day, or go back home when you go back home, and just acquire that taste and stick to it. I remember when I first moved to the United States, and I cook traditional meals from the Caribbean or traditional meals from Nigeria, Africa, and then I invite friends over with their children, to eat my food. And the older ones are much more distant, but I I I felt, I don't know if it's insulted but I felt disgusted. I think that's the word. When one of the children said, "That looks disgusting." You know, I could, I could not imagine bringing up any of my children to say such words. It's very simple. You just can go ahead and just say, "I don't want it," but don't gag your nose or squeeze your face or put those disgusting expressions, making them feel less. You're being honored and invited into someone's space, a different culture. Only I could only imagine and see beauty in all of it. So why wouldn't you just embrace that and appreciate that you're even thought of or invited to eat with them. So, you see, my friends, um, it's not really hard. Let's be very clear and honest about it. It's not hard at all to mix or blend with the locals. Just very few things. I'm sure a few of you are taking notes. I'm sure a few of you are beginning to plan and think about the things I have highlighted or said. In a nutshell, the points that I mentioned or elaborated on were just 3 to 4 simple points. And these 3 to 4 simple points are realistic points. If you book with Thia's Travel Services, or when you plan on booking with Thia's Travel Services as your preferred travel expert, it's very simple. I bring these things to life for you. I when I plan and make or create your itinerary, I incorporate those plans into those. I incorporate those topics in there for you. I send you questionnaires. I give you notes on how to make your next travel experience, rewarding and fulfilling to you as a person. So it's not just going away, it's about truly experiencing what it is to go and visit a different land. Okay, because I specialize in wellness. Because I specialize in wellness and mindful travel, my aim is to continuously educate you on how to fulfill that. My aim is to incorporate that part of travel whenever I build your itineraries. So let us know. Give me a call. You have my details. And just before you go, once again, do not forget to subscribe. Now I can't speak English. Ooh, okay. Well, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to leave your comments. Do not forget to hit that notification bell, because that, like I said earlier, keeps you in the know every time I drop a new video. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your feedbacks. Give me thumbs up if this video has blessed you. Share with a friend. Tell someone to tell someone and tell someone. It's been such a pleasure. As always, it's Thia. I am always so happy to do videos for you, share my insights, share my experiences. And hey, don't forget, I have this group called The Bucket List by PS Travel Services on Facebook. You know what? You are welcome to join. Information is right there. Look through it, request to join. I will be so humbled to have you join us. Basically, what the bucket list does is we share experiences, we share photographs, we kind of exchange ideas about places we want to go to, places we want to visit, and you know, I'm sure you would love it. I can't wait to see you there. I can't wait to welcome you. And make sure when you join, you clearly say how you heard about me and how you heard about the group. And come one, come all. It's so good to have you. Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, stay smiling, stay safe, and don't forget, we're in this together. Enjoy your many, many trips. Don't forget to call me, and you take care. I love you all. Mwah.